It's a late one. Love, peace, and gratitude. We got a gamer in the room, so y'all might hear some things. Oh, let me show you. Boom. Quinoa, lentils. Brown rice, and avocado. Some people hate off avocados. There's avocados that grow on trees, stuff like that. And we got them liquid aminos. Oh yeah, that's just for the taste and the seasoning and get them muscles nice and shredded. Right? It's about feeling good, man, because in this world, it's some things going on. I ain't saying I've been to other worlds and shit, but in this one, we know what's going on. Love, peace, and gratitude. I'll be hating on my spoon either. Love you. Hating on my spoon. I usually been eating out the can. Shit. It's gonna be my other carbs. Bread. This man cleavage showing. I just got my own little sitting house, so it's showing. Maybe it's too much orange. Make it seem like I'm trying to show my cleavage. So we eating. Hey, what's happening? Just eating a little post-workout meal. You know what I'm saying? Nothing too big. Got the gamer in the room going wild, so y'all gonna hear something in the back. It's cool though. We got avocado, brown rice, and some quinoa and some bread. I ain't home make this bread now. We'll get into that, all right? Right now we're just getting it in, cut up, doing the cut up thing. Oh, no. That's it. On the fruitarian vegan, kick. Liquid aminos. Some people don't like them. I do. Let me turn this up out of the way because I can barely see. I'm trying to read the comments. Barely can look in. It's a little late right now, so I'm studying, looking into the screen. I gotta get me some of those glasses for the computer screens. I'm gonna put a little bit more on there. I got that much. These liquid aminos is the truth, y'all. You ain't got nothing, you're missing out. Like I say, some people don't like soy. I gets down from time to time. All right. This is very tasty too. Really don't need much. Just fill your energy up. Replenish your energy with the carbs if you're eating something. That's the quinoa, the rice. Get the healthy fats in. That's the avocado. Breads, grains, you know what I'm saying? Roots, shoots, and fruits, grains and things, all that good stuff, man. So that's how we doing it. In the South, we used to be eating with our hands over our plate like that, gardening and shit. I'm like, boy, quit guarding your food. It ain't gonna run away from you. I'm like, you know, my mother taught me how to eat with, you know, the hand down like that. Boom. Like I was like 2, 2, 3 years old, 3 years old. She said I was like 2. If I can do all that stuff, I was like, yeah. Treat the food with your mouth closed. I'm talking to y'all rude with my mouth open, but you know, I'm saying that's how I was taught. Keep your mouth closed. Anybody ain't gotta see your food. Shout out to my mom Dukes. Eating etiquette. But also I like to eat sloppy too. You know what I'm saying? Well, fulfilling, depending on what it is. But this is all you really need though. Big dog. What's happening? Where y'all watching from?
What?
I'm talking to the folks online. I'm seeing where they watching from. Where they at in the world today? What time is it? All that good stuff. Bless everyone in the room, right in the chat room. I mean, but you can't just bless everybody. But hey, we gotta get right somehow. Let's give each other high fives, man, for getting it. Shoot. We got people and beings that trying to not make us get it. Yo, let me actually try to zoom in and read this mug right quick. When where in the hell are you? I don't know if it said that. I'm gonna look back and be like, man, what the heck? Like I said, I was online, you know, just doing some studying and stuff, creating some little apps, you know, stuff like that. And you know, I was just looking at the screen pretty hard, so I got the little blurry vision right now. All right, you gotta give me a meal, so my family gotta see me get it in with a actual sitting down meal. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be seeing me in a rush. For those who know me and stuff, see me eating out the can real fast, still getting it though. And that kind of shits on people, you know? For people who actually had something to do, had a spot, and had the money, I guess, to do certain things. But you really see, you ain't gotta have no money for that. To build your body up, you just gotta have discipline. That's pretty much what it is. It's like, you know, do it take discipline to go to an everyday job? In a way, but it takes discipline to actually discipline yourself. That's remarkable. So shout out to those who's doing that. It can be easy for some too, because it could be in their natal charts. So for those who ignoring their natal charts, it might be a little difficult. That's when you gotta know if. I mean, I feel you know working out's for everyone, but if you're serious, it's gonna give it your all. You know what I'm saying? Please, chilling, getting some nourishment in, man. Just finishing up. I just thought I'd just chime in. I seen people eating, like you know, shout out to the bros eating. You know what I'm saying? That's eating Kentucky Fried Chicken and stuff. After all this information is out, see, we barely safe eating. beans out the bag. You gotta get them and get them out the can now and shit. If you ain't growing your own, got your own got your own homestead or nothing like that. That's what it's going to. Trust you me. And then it's like, why would you, you know what I'm saying, want to take somebody else's stuff at that point? You done put your work in and growing your own food. Now you can really trade now with a family up the road who create other things that's spectacular, you know? Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. People are really, we're going to talk about superficial stuff. Because, like I said, I did see people eating, ribs and shit. I ain't knocking ribs. Somebody they had to die. I really don't advocate, you know what I'm saying, really eating animals. I'm really cool with animals and shit. Even fish, I'm cool with fish too. But, no science said you can eat those, the ones with the scales. You'll outgrow that after a while. Unless you want to be stuck in your lower self. I would fish, just throw the fish back. But I caught your big ass. He'd be like, yeah, I know you did. I know you did. And you gonna eat me? Nah, man. I just wanted to show what we do. Let me pick the phone up real quick. My bad. Okay. These beans, these are peas. Peas. The meal looking righteous. Peas, y'all. Peas, y'all. Yeah, this joint is just three things really. Just peas, quinoa, well mixed with the brown rice, and then just some for the healthy fats. We just put in avocado. And, that tastes good with some bread. You know what I mean? Because I ain't trying to get too big right now. And then just give you, I don't know how many calories. It shouldn't be. I know it ain't more than 1,500. I really don't count the calories, but excuse me. But I know it ain't more than 1,500. All right, so which tribe are you? Choctaw. I don't know if bro's still in the room. Pardon me. Simple. You already know. You already know. I know bro in the room. I was chopping it up. Apache, yo, what's happening? We got an Apache in the house. If he's still in the game, let me know. Let me know, boy. That's tight. We're gonna have to start linking up and doing our own powwows, man. It's really serious. You know what I'm saying? If we around each other, we gotta do that. You know? Yeah, I'm Choctaw, bro. I hope we get on up in the game. I know I probably didn't I didn't answer it really cool, really quickly or whatnot. But yeah, from Choctaw, pure blood, my mom's side and my dad's side. So they ain't even go outside of that. You know what I mean? Granddaddy John Kerry Cheeks. Grandma Anna Mae Cheeks. Great granddaddy Randall Walker. I can go a little even more deeper. You know what I'm saying? I can go further back. My mother told me the whole lineup when I was like 4. So, it just got me prepared to talk to my peoples now. Pardon me, y'all. Yeah, bro, let me see. Bro, the Apache brother. Do my smoke. Do my smokes. Yeah, I think that's what it said. Oh, that's what's up, G. My cat over here named Geronimo. Geronimo! You over there, chilling. So, yeah. I was going to get some of this nourishment. I'm like, hold up. But they eat peas. I just figured that out. I knew that they eat chickpeas. Because of the texture. I don't want to call him over because his ass be shedding. A shedder is like a person with bad breath. They always want to be talking and being up under your ass. I mean, why you always gotta talk, man? Yeah. You be on the bus with a mother who got halitosis. Oh my goodness, man. They be the only one talking on the bus. Bus be quiet as hell. Like, please don't say nothing to this nigga. Do not say nothing. I met one like that motherfucker on the bus. That nigga was just talking. Like, I'm talking right now, but that nigga was talking. He was in the back. He was yelling. Nobody was responding to this motherfucker. It was like, nigga, you need to go to the doctor, dog. That shit's oozing out you, man. We can't even breathe. It's wintertime and shit. We don't even want to open the window. No, crazy, man. Let's see about that. I'm gonna pay that out loud. Let me see what's saying. He said, checking in with you. No doubt, no doubt. Peace to the God. Appreciate you, Steve. Appreciate you. Love you, bro. A lot of people. What I learned about man, you know what I thought the highest when I seen the meth capital, I thought it was like Iowa or some shit. Man, that shit's in Hawaii, man. Them motherfuckers, they get that shit away for free. I'm like, these people was running around, going crazy, turning into zombies. You know, meth put holes in your brain and shit. It's crazy, G. It's man-made and shit. That's why they ain't got coke on that island. They're like, nigga, we gonna get y'all our drugs. Keep you under control. Crazy, G. All that stuff, if it's not spiritually enlightening, trying to enhance your spirituality, it's like not worth doing. You know, that's why they allowed the whole little, hippie movement to go down so they can experiment with different drugs and psychological drugs and, well, not even drugs, but yeah, some of them are drugs, but the natural ones, like comparing them with like a mushroom and other psycho stuff and spiritual stuff. See, spiritual, medicine is cool. They help you get in tune. That's it. Meth can be spiritual, but it's gonna be on the lowest level though. You're gonna be pulling in. You're gonna be talking to all kind of druids and demons and higher vibratorial, but not like higher vibratorial in the sense of like good nature, but higher frequency that you can see of sight, sound, taste, and touch that make themselves visible to these mugs because they done smoke holes in their brain and shit. Now they can see them a little bit more. They stay up for days and shit, hallucinating and shit, dreaming while awake, and not in a positive way. Whoever dealing, they got control too. That's a sad situation, man. Sad. Oh, somebody must be around because my thug back there. My thug is behind me. Animal, man. Hold up. We got an audience out there too. He's like, I'm trying to find my way in. I'm going to slide in there and I'm going to do it. It's all right. Cats are something else. Them motherfuckers they something else. You just listen to them, you can understand a cat. Have you ever been talking to a cat before? They be like, nah. You be like, yeah, yeah. That's just crazy. In a good way. I do that. I talk to cats. The talking ones. He's a talking one. He don't got nothing to say. Yo, Geronimo. You want to say something? Say hey. You do be talking. Say what's up. Say, nigga, y'all I was looking at this old fat ass booty and shit walking past and shit. You gonna take my attention away from that? That's all it was. He's like, how that shit. All right, I'll let you look at the other little cat out there. He's like, shit, thank you. We chilling, nigga. We chilling. I ain't doing much. We ain't working out. We ain't stripping. You know what I'm saying? We ain't like, we just showing you this is what we eat. And it's a little late, but it's still gonna work. What else? We ain't have to eat a carcass. And You know, it keeps you eating the right foods to keep your skin clear and shit. You know what I'm saying? Your thoughts clear. But we're talking about celibacy too. You know, that semen retention. Not just to get chicks and shit, but just to magnetize with the higher vibes. That's why you do it. You don't do it just to like, oh, I'm gonna get semen retention. I'm gonna go in this gym. I'm gonna get all the problems. You ain't finna do that. That's not gonna. No. Before you know, you're gonna bust a nut. Then you're gonna lose all your power. Yeah, there you go. Hence semen retention. You do it to magnetize those A alike and B alike and C alike people, places, things, and energies to yourself. That's what they should have told you. Instead of saying like, bro, man, you can get all the females to be all up on you. Well, all that stuff is just all that stuff really is just superficial. That's what we were talking about. Superficial things, man. Yeah, cats be having stuff. Yeah, this one don't go out. I had other ones that had cats. I had cats that went outside and inside. All that. This was the chill mode. Everything's been taken care of by this one. We already know it. But at the same time, been living around cats for thousands of years and shit. They've been running around the temples and shit. We gave them designated areas to chill at, live. They even entertain each other, watch them. They have shows of their own and shit. they had plays and everything of their own, man. Cats is something else. I'm pretty sure there's a planet full of them somewhere. These things know a lot of stuff. It's the gamer. Gamers, whew, man. They be saying some of the most cruelest shit to each other. I be like, damn, nigga. Nigga said something about Jesus, like, something about Jesus Christ. So I was like, what the fuck? They don't give a damn, Ben. I'm not a Jesus freak. I'm just saying the way it said it, though. My son don't even give a fuck about it. Jesus freak, Jesus and shit. But it was funny. You know the people who actually profess Jesus to you and shit, they come up to you, they seem like they get offended when you be like, nah, I don't want to talk. You're like, what? You don't want to talk? Like, nah, nigga, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to hear that shit. You don't even know how to interpret it, man. How about you just go sit down and make peace within so we can all have world peace? Yeah. That's the most simplest way. We ain't got to run around the world and put religion on people. Basically, you only find the Most High in your heart. Shit. You know, we bouncing around. Shit. The mother who made these things. So I know it ain't no man inside in the laboratory. I was like, I'm going to make a pea. You had to use an original pea with another pea to make some type of pea. But it had to be original. It had to come from the source. But, you know, we can make hybrids that stand too. So that's cool. Ate a whole meal on screen. I would have been smashed this though, y'all. I wouldn't have took this long. I would have sat here in quietness and just getting it in. But it's cool though. I don't want to get too full. I'm gonna eat my dates. I got my fiber. This is like my meal. This is what I eat right after. Boom. Fiber One cereal. Do anybody eat this? Probably not. But if you work out, this is good to have. You only need a handful. Got a lot of fiber in it. 18 grams. Man. You ain't gonna be constipated. And then I got some dates too, so and everything I eat pretty much has fiber in it anyway. Just so I can release. A lot of them dudes, you know, they eat about 6-7 meals a day. I know they full of shit. Man, you a full of shit ass nigga. You can tell people everything. Of course you can do the workout, but I know you got a foggy brain, foggy mind. Your gut's always full. I bet you, your farts gotta stink all the time. Ain't no time that your stomach is clear. Or your midsection. All the little things, man. When it comes to true, health and shit. And people think they can just take a herb and it'll go away. Like certain things will go away. You take a herb. No, I take this moringa and I'm straight. Like, nigga, you know how much detox you have to be on? You know how long you have to be damn near vegetarian for a vegan type shit. And I'm not against the word vegan either. People trying to mess with the word vegan. I'm like, man, come on now. We just gonna use it as it's just no cheese and dairy and shit. I eat honey from time to time. I'm a man, but I haven't ate none since before this time, or before this time, about 8 years or so, like 8 years. So it's not like I do it all the time. I got a stable food that I use to keep everything right and exact. If I want to venture off, I could. But I like to make the righteous versions of it. If I'm making pizza, if I want to eat pizza, I'm going to make a righteous pizza. You know what I'm saying? Chocolate? I got peanut butter skin. I got peanut butter. I'm peanut butter complexion. Chocolate skin. I'm peanut butter. A little something. Oh yeah, I'm finishing up with the bread. We done. I'm gonna say I'm full, but I ain't really full. I'm just enough where I can doze off. You know what I'm saying? Eat a handful of that. Eat a couple dates. Straight. Fiber in this. It's like few grams of fiber in the bread. You know, I'm about to show my little whoops, y'all. So, my abs. Super phenomenal abdominals. Shouldn't be no kids on here right now. I mean, no stripper or nothing like that. I seen strippers on have little channels, and I'm like, I don't know what you're doing, man. You need to not. You put in too much work. You think upside down and shit, twerking on the motherfucker. Might do this, all right. But yeah, we're doing the chisel thing. I'm not grotesque. You can't really see. I don't want to lay it all back. I just want to let the little top pile show. Getting the inner creases and stuff like that. Body sculpting. We're doing the body sculpting thing. You got the leg super. You really can't show the leg super. You can't. I can, but it's like it may be kind of sexy. I'm gonna be careful with that. You don't be too sexy. On you know what I'm saying? Show too much sexy stuff like it's sexy. You know what I mean? We just showing the body part. That's it. That's all. Doing tarot card readings, working out, eating in front of him, eating and doing tarot card reading. We got the King of Wands right here. And we're eating nice righteous food. Boom. And we're working out, we're doing bicep curls. Boom. And super like, this thing got everything. Like, yeah, nigga, dude, we got our own shit. What's up with you, dude? Let's say eat some more. Eat some more what? Just one more bite. One more bite? Let me eat one more bite. I don't leave nothing on the plate anyway. Shit. I look down and seen 2 half pieces of bread. I gotta eat that piece. That's one. Nah. I got this another little piece. This is super protein bread though right here. No whey protein. We be like, get out the way. Don't advocate whey over here. So get out the way. That's how it is. So I might have some might start having some merchandise. I don't know. Y'all gotta see me wear it first though. I ain't just gonna have it up on the thing and shit and say, yeah, buy this, and y'all see me sporting it and shit. I have to sport it first to show y'all like, yo, because we got a unique kind of way. You know what I'm saying? It's not just gonna be the plain Jane, buy this and this is a plain t-shirt with some shit on there. Like, nah. We got some creative shit in there. And anyone who's creative can add on to our own creativeness. Geronimo, what the hell are you doing back there, man? Man, good spirit and shit. Geronimo, something else. I tell you. Now everybody be seen up in here and shit. Oh, there you go. Here and there. Mm-hmm, yeah. I be chilling outside walking through, and they going to do it a little bit too much. I don't even be trying to pay attention to them, especially if they got a man. I'm like, look now, don't you walk your ass around me with 5 babies and you got a man around your ass. I'm just saying, don't do that. Some dudes will go for that. Ain't gonna even front. Some dudes will be like, I'll sneak in your house. She's probably trying to campaign and see if I was gonna be one of them dudes. Bro was like, yeah, hide your girls. Man, I ain't man, we Solomon. I don't even like to say Solomon, but that's what we is, man. It's 7 years in your ass, man. 7 years. Yeah. We ain't even know what they're thinking about. Well, I think. But I'm not like, in the thought of like, yeah, I'm gonna flip her over and shit and look at your picture and laugh at you. I ain't into them thoughts. I'm just like, I don't care. I ain't nothing. It's the physical. We rising up, man. So I'm about to get ready to hop up off here. We at the 30. I just want to let that algorithm do what it do. All right, so we see. So I haven't taken something like that. I don't know what the hell's going on here, man. All right, it says they're eating 200 grams of protein a day and shit once a week. Man, you right about that? That's horrible. Oh my gosh, you know how mad you gotta be walking around if you don't even, especially with the roids and shit and all of that or whatever they doing. Man, it's horrible. Gee, I had to make sure that, yo, man, you gotta make sure you get some type of fiber and moving things inside of you to keep that soil flowing. Now we adding in the lymphatic fluid, which is a slow interstitial fluid that we all got, and if it goes any slower, it'll turn into a tumor. Your body trying to defend itself. That's because we eating all kind of foods, like I say, had them additive and preservatives from like monosodium glutamate, and that's MSG, or monosodium diglycerides, polysorbate, all these different ingredients, they slide in on your food. So it's like, we eating for taste, but it'll mess up your gut in the long run if you don't combine the taste and the nutrition together at the same time. At the same time. That's what we really want. And then having, going to the bathroom or going to the restroom, dropping your soil the way you're supposed to. So, and are people who have meal plans, or do they have high fiber meal plans? Because once a person starts to work out, they're going to, their digestive system is going to try to get as much nutrients out of, the food, like particularly the large intestine or the big one that right before it comes out. Because that's the one that's backed up with all the fecal matter. It's hard for it to absorb, all the nutrients. Hence, people become obese, and then candida starts to form and stuff like that because your body's not using the minerals and all the BCAAs that it's supposed to be. So it's stuck, which is pretty sad, man. You know what I'm saying? So a high fiber in your added to your workout regimen, and you know what I'm saying, you're working out, because if you're working out, you're gonna need this. Is, man, detrimental, man. Even if you don't buy a meal plan, you need to add something in there. Dates help real good. I wouldn't recommend prunes. That tears your gut up. You know what I'm saying? That's like a what they call that. So I'm just talking off the top. That's called a purgatory or something like that. Yeah. So these things is what personal trainers and so-called herbalists and naturopaths should be talking about. More so than just telling us how good the herb is and shit. I think we can sit down and just sip this herb. And that's really when you get really in tune with the herb, you'll sip it for the feeling. You'll know that you would need this type of herb. It's kind of like I heard that in the movie with the Chinese and the Japanese. They did the one drinks it just for feeling, one drinks it just for medicinal purposes. But we have a perfect blend. So when you feel a certain way, and you know that it's in tune with your actual what you need in your body too, boom, that combination works best. It's like having divine masculine and divine feminine energy. You balance out. So we'll be sipping tea too. But you just can't be doing all these things. You know what I'm saying? You really shouldn't be eating and consuming things all day anyway. Shit. That's the worst part, G. So high protein and fiber. Yeah, carnivore diet is what is what they like to pretty much promote. Yeah, shit. I think it's that promote. But that's what they own. You know what I'm saying? That's what they own. And then, try to get you up off of that discipline diet, man. That fruit diet is discipline because you've been used to eating heavy foods and shit. So yeah, you're gonna crave other things because your kidneys is all off. If your adrenals is all off, them cravings hit. Them salt cravings, whatever craving. Shit, you can have a sugar craving too by eating hella sugar, but not the right sugar, which is like, fruit sugar. Now everybody's starting to understand that fruit sugar is what matters. It's not it's really powerful as far as like giving you fuel and energy for your day. And fruit ain't got to be sweet. Shit, rice is sugar. Complex carbs is sugar. So it's all fuel for the body. So all you just need to do is know when to take it and know when to eat it and kind of fill your body out. I'm at a point where I'm doing them every 48 hours. So this is the every 48. I just added these in right now, which was the quinoa. I'm doing every other day. Feel great. Using the sun, the elements, stuff like that to kind of fill in the blanks, keeping everything clear, the gut flowing. And, it's about the environment too. So you got to be very aware of that. And the right Geronimo. Let me close this up. I mean, your little butt. Yeah, so I'm about to, hop up off here. Let me check my bowls real fast before I do what it do. And they say fruit and veggies is bad. Oh, I think Kelly Muscle said it because he's trying to live outside his lane and shit. So of course it's bad for him. Bad for people like that. Yeah, so but fruits, that's supposed to reach to the sky for your food. That's what builds you the muscle. That's what makes you scope. See how little I kind of look? I'm gonna show real fast. I don't want to knock this over and shit. See, my arms look all little, right? I get a little closer, you see? When I contract them, boom, all this pop up, a little something. I ain't even show my shoulder yet. Let me see if I can. My shoulder's looking at. But we got definition. We can separate it. I ain't got no goddamn no roids in me. I just cover them up real fast. Cover them things up. But see, I can help. This is where I can help at. But sometimes people don't want to, this out. And it's not like I'm money hungry, but it's worth paying for. You know what I'm saying? It's worth paying for the guidance for a month. Everybody else looking at it for money is they done made, $8,000, $10,000 a month just to get clients who they really ain't finna fulfill and help them achieve their levels. Just maybe a certain level where it's like a mask of what they want to be. Like, it's like a mask of what they want to be. Yeah, they're going to lose weight. Then they can make the muscle and feel like they did something. But most likely the people that they're dealing with is some type of cluster B personality, narcissistic, psychopath type shit. You know what I'm saying? Who needs supply and they'll just pay for supply from someone that they admire with a body. Or if they're cerebral, brain-wise, they can look at the person as being smart. Or if they're somatic, they can look at the person as being with their body-wise. You know what I'm saying? Well, if you don't know what I'm saying, that's just what it is. So then they're like, damn, yeah, we're crushing all that, man. That season over, man. All that shit that they did. Anybody on that old funny health stuff, and we see them, I ain't seen them do not one push up. I don't even want to say. I don't even want. We ain't even gotta talk. Don't tell me what to do unless you going to old folks and showing them. You know what I'm saying? Because we had to wait to show what it do in your 40s, in your damn near in your 50s type shit. I could have did things in the 20s, but in the 20s I was learning how to deliver babies and you know what I'm saying, deliver my own baby. And so my own children. So we'll show you that too. But this is what I was doing in those times. So me showing something about my body at those times, it would be totally different. Because if I would have stuck to athleticism then, it would have been more so like I wouldn't have learned anything, you know, even though I was equipped professional with a professional body, not for looks, but for actually athleticism, like boxing, football, baseball, hockey, nigga. Yeah, hockey, nigga. Soccer. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I trained with track and field to keep the breath up, you know, but I had broke my neck. So I had to take a few of those sports off and stuck to basketball and baseball and what else? I played, you know, track, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Kept busy. You know, it could, depression could have sat in, you know, from when if you can't do what you wanted to do, which was fight. I learned to box when I was 4 or 5 years old, you know what I'm saying? And I enjoyed it, even if I got hit, you know, but I couldn't do that. It was a contact sport. Football, running back, couldn't do that no more. Cornerback, all the positions and shit, a lot of positions, you know. But as you grow, I would have just grew into a cornerback though. But I would have did all those, but I wouldn't have had knowledge of self. I wouldn't have learned a lot of things that I would have needed to learn, you know. You know, my whole life would have been a professional athletic life, like retiring from one sport and going to the next and fulfilling them, you know, like boxing while I'm doing all my other sports. I've been the only athlete to do it, but most I pulled that back because it ain't nobody that really had a drive to do that. I only seen people who had drives to do 2 sports, maybe. You know what I'm saying? I had to drive. Most I had to really sit me down, so I had to talk to a multitude of people, whether they're famous or not famous. You know, it's in the development. It's a divine plan, but he would have had me boxing, football, you know, basketball, all that at the same time. I would learn how to do it at the same time, and I would not have sex. Shit. So, and with that being said, with you know, because most athletes, you know, they have sex, and when they're in their professionalisms, so that's just how it is. So now you can see that it could be done this way without having to be in their world like that. And you can still keep up and cultivate your happiness without having to be in that shit like, yo, I gotta throw these touchdowns. I gotta get judged by this person, you know, because I may have cluster B personality, stuff like that. You can get that shit up, all right? Because it's all about ownership. You own you, or do they? I love y'all. And I build you the next one. Peace.